Welcome back to Crash Course by the Fire. My name's Harry. You can't really see him, but his name's Fred. And today we're going to be cooking steak. Really simple. Steak with a nice little bit of sauce. This is not a full meal guide, I guess. This is a guide to a key ingredient, and this is going to knock your friend's socks off. Now, over the years, I've seen so many people go out, sit by the fire. We're all sitting by the fire having a lovely time, and then they'll walk off, go to their car, get a gas cooker, cook their steak, and then come back with, frankly, a kind of a subpar steak. I want to put an end to that. I want people to use that fantastic resource they've got sitting right next to them that's providing them warmth to make the best bloody steak you'll ever try. And I've also got a little sauce recipe that'll just take it up a few notches and really impress your friends. So let's get into it. Let's start off with sauce. The reason I'm starting with sauce is because this sauce takes about as long to make as it does for the steak to cook, which is both of them very short amount of time. So if you try and make this while your steak is cooking, you are going to probably burn your steak because you won't be paying attention. You need to pay attention while you cook a steak. So let's get into it. This sauce is called chimichurri. You very well may have heard of it. It's an absolute total crowd pleaser. I love it, and it's really, really easy to make. So, very simple ingredients. I've got a little bit of flat leaf parsley here. About that much, sort of, you know, bit of a scrunchy handful. Dice that up really nice and fine. Next, just grab a whole chili and chop that guy up. Now this is obviously depending on how much you like spice. I quite like spice, so I'm going to do one of these relatively hot chilies. And the last thing to chop is just a bit of garlic. So I'm going to have kind of 1.5 cloves, I guess. Crush them flat with the knife. And dice that up nice and small. All right, once you've got all that in, just grab a little bit of olive oil. Sorry, first a little bit of red wine vinegar. A bit of a shake up. As usual, the ingredients of everything will be in the description below. I kind of do it by feel, but there is definitely a correct ratio. Something I should also mention is usually you'd see this made with a blender. We're not doing that today because we're in the bush, and traditionally you don't actually make it with a blender. So the traditional method is absolutely by hand. So it's kind of a, you know, you can call yourself a purist by not making it with a blender, but the reality is it's easier with a blender, and we just can't be bothered out here. Bit of a mix up. Chuck some salt and pepper in there. And that's what it should look like. It's sort of a, it's quite oily. It's all the ingredients are actually submerged in oil. Now that's done. Onto our steak. Okay, next step is don't spill your condiments in the sand. Dry the steak well. Paper towel and dry that off nicely. And then, see, it's got a bit of a fat cap on it. I'm going to put that fat cap side down first. And on this fire, we've got lots of heat, hardly any flame, but also minimal smoke. There's a little bit of wispy smoke, but that's totally fine. It's not like that sort of toxic initial bit of smoke that you get when you first light the fire. So it's best to do this on, I guess, a mature fire, if you were to call it anything. One that's quite well established. Perfect after you've had a few beers around one. You've got a perfect little cooking surface. Now, as you flip a steak, it should have no resistance sticking to the surface. If it's not stuck to this, if it's sticking to the surface, it's not cooked on that side yet. And if you find that you're overcooking your steaks and it's sticking to the surface, you simply don't have enough heat. You should have as much heat as you can bear. Generous with salt and pepper. And what we're trying to do here is develop a bit of a crust on that bit of steak. See that? No resistance. It's actually not quite done yet, but the fact that I can lift that up easily means that I could flip it if I wanted to, but that would also be too rare. So the reason I said not to make your sauce while you're cooking the steak is, see how I'm watching it the whole time, being very attentive. You've got to be like a 6-year-old the first time you go to one of those tall urinals. Stay on your toes. All right, I think we're done. So I got my steak here resting. Feels good. Feels like it's getting about right. So rare, medium rare. Yep, feels about right. So I've rested that there for about 2 minutes. You don't need to rest it too much. I think actually people talk about resting steaks for half an hour and stuff, and it's just cold steak and you haven't cooked it properly as far as I'm concerned. I reckon this one is probably good to go. So let's give it a go. Now, I know it looks like I've got bloodshot eyes. It's not actually from the smoke, surprisingly enough. Pro tip, don't make chimichurri and lots of chili and then touch your eye. It's a really bad idea. Oh, look at that. So I like my steak on the rare side of medium rare, and I reckon we might have nailed this. Let's have a look. Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah, and we'll just whack a little bit of the chimichurri on. Honestly, if that doesn't impress your mates, you need better mates. All right, let's get a piece. Oh, yeah. That steak melts in your mouth. It's got a beautiful tang from the chili. The parsley freshens it up so much. That is just delicious. I'll have a bit of beer. Yep, goes well with beer. God, it goes exceptionally with beer, actually. That vinegar and the chili and salt and meat, like they're all the things that actually go really well with beer. Every time I make this, I say to myself, why don't you make this more often? It's so easy. And I don't know. I still don't know. Probably because I spend so much time experimenting. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one. And the next one, I'm going to show you some stuff to put with this.